everybody, Jeannie with Makers Unified. Thank you for joining me. Trying to hide my my poor looking thing here. Gotta get a new one. So duct taped up. Today I'm going to be working on some bottle crafts, spring bottle crafts, and I'm hoping you can hear me. Let me just check real quick. Yep, you can hear me. Oops. No. Sorry about that. So what did I do yesterday? I made this one. I'm going to add some things to it. I think I can add some charms to it and use it for whatever. I'm going to put something in there. You can put lights on it. It's cute. And what else did I do? I actually took this. Space is a mess over here. I picked this up at I think a Dollar Tree a long time ago, and I took this off and I put Mod Podge a napkin on it and made this color, mixed some colors to make it kind of match. So that was fun, and it actually matches this one. Not that I have to be matchy, but that was fun to do. So you can always take things from. This had a plaid on it or something. It was cute, but I just wanted to spring it up a little bit. So it's always nice to take things from either a thrift store or a Dollar Tree or wherever and kind of change them up to what you like. And I think one of the things I want to do is take some napkins, and these are for St. Patrick's Day decor. And I'm thinking I want to do something with the jar and put some of these gold coins that I have in it, kind of, or whatever, pot of gold kind of thing. I have these for my decor, my St. Patrick's Day decor. So I went into my napkin stash and got those. I just got plain green. And then this one says Lucky. I think I'm going to start with this one. And then I have some other plain lighter green ones. So I need to figure out which jar I want to use because I have a severe jar collection problem. So I have several jars. But I'm actually thinking this would be cute because it might, if it fits the coins, might not. Check. If it can fit the coin, yeah. So that wouldn't work. I was thinking I could fill it up with the coins. That would be fun because I do want to use those coins. So I can. This jar. It still smells like garlic because I made that cough syrup with gosh, you put garlic, onion, and one other thing in a jar, and then you pour honey over it and you make your own cough syrup. Yeah, I tried it twice. It was when I was really sick. I literally couldn't stomach it. So I cleaned the jar out, but good enough. So I'm gonna have to throw that back in the dishwasher, let it soak or bleach it or something because it still smells like garlic. That garlic smell never goes away. So I think I'll use this jar. And hi, Katie. Thanks for joining. I think I wish I had it. See, I have a small. Oh, yeah, a small one. What do I do with it? I have one like this. All right. Entertain yourselves. I gotta go get it. No, where is it? It's back over by my jar collection. There we go. And let me just grab some gold paint. Here we go. I'll use this one. This one will work. And then I can paint the top gold. So let's move those over. And I will pull this down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to Mod Podge napkin onto this jar. Oh, that's cute. It's got two different designs. But what you want to do first is take off all the extra layers so you just have the one layer. Sometimes it's a 2-ply, sometimes it's a 1. So you just gently take that off. And I'm pretty sure I got these from the Dollar Tree. So now I want to figure out kind of, how much I have to I definitely have to cut some off because the jar is smaller than the napkin area. So how much am I going to cut off? I can cut around and just have the lucky part. Too bad it wasn't a little smaller. So let me do that first. So I was going to turn music on. I forgot. So if you're working on any projects, let me know. Or you just come and check out what I'm doing. I'm kind of torn. I think I might just use a taller jar. I don't know where the lid is for this one, which isn't a big deal. You don't have to. So switch things up. That's what you do. So that I could fit this one on there fairly well. I can go up to the lip, or I think I'll just trim the top here. And the best way I kind of know how to get a straight line is to fold it and then cut it. And I'll put some twine on top of the jar, so it's not a straight line. That's okay. I can kind of fix it. So do that. And then I can do another green one, or I could do a white one. What do you think? And will it go all the way around? Probably not. It does not, but that's okay. What do you think? Should I go this on both sides or one of each? Trim this. So, lucky, lucky. The same. Oh, that actually might meet. I thought it would be too small. Might be a little gap. I think I'll do the green. The green. So let me trim the top or bottom. I'll trim a little bit off the top here. And then the bottom I don't worry too much about because I can fold it under the jar as I'm putting the Mod Podge down. So There. Just kind of, you put your Mod Podge on and you just put it down. So I think I'll start at a seam, the jar, and work my way around. Just going to take it right out of the Mod Podge. I usually pour it in a little container, but so I got my matte Mod Podge, and I will start here and work my way around. And put something there to hold it so it doesn't roll away. Try to get as straight as you can. Just gently tap it down. You don't want to pull because you could rip it. You can pull a little bit, but not too much. The goal is to get it as smooth as you can, but if you don't, that's okay. Not a big deal. Got one side down. Well, a few wrinkles, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. That's what crafting is all about. You just play around, see what works. Fix it if you want, or don't fix it. All about learning and having fun, right? So I'm line that up as fast as I can, and it's, oops, a little too low. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a gap on the other side, but I'll figure something out. Once I get there, I gotta close that gap. Oh, hey, look at that. It meets. Thought there'd be a little gap there. Am I going to worry about lining it up perfectly? Not at all. There you go. So I got that around, and then what I'll do is I want to Mod Podge the outside as well. Let me do that gently again so you don't rip it because it's kind of wet and goopy and thin, and so you want to be a little careful. Sometimes I water down the Mod Podge so it's not so thick, but I think it will dry okay. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog out there barking. Probably barking at deer. And then what I'll do is I just, for the bottom, I just pull it over with the Mod Podge. Try to make it as uncrinkly as possible, but like I said, not a big deal. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is dry it real quick. So I can set it down. And if the Mod Podge is looking a little thick, you can always just brush it to try and thin it out. That's why I like to water it down sometimes so it goes on a little thinner. I'll just dry the outside a little bit, and then I'm going to paint the lid. Oh, I don't have a lid. That's right. I didn't have a lid with this one. I'm sure I do somewhere. I don't know. Don't know where it would be. In my stash somewhere. Yeah, it's going a little thick. I'm gonna see if I can. There's my little water bottle. There it is. I have this little water bottle for whatever I need it for. But I'm gonna see if I can get rid of some of this. Got kind of white and chunky on there with the Mod Podge. I should clean this brush up though. I almost stuck it in my glass to this. Cheers. Silly me. Just trying to thin that out and it's making more of a mess. I'm going to use another brush. Let's see if that helps. If not, this will be the back. No one will see it. Not the best brush either. It's kind of a stiffer brush. But, all right, we'll let that dry. And I guess here. Oh, but I was gonna put some twine around here, so I probably can't really. Ugh, paper towel. Nuts. To try the whole thing. Trying to get the paper off my fingers. All right, so I'm gonna put some twine around the top, I think. Yeah, twine will be fine. That'll look good. Still a little sticky, but should be good to work with. Depends all gooey. So I will start underneath here. Like the UPS might be, or Amazon. Just trying to get the dog in the house. Sometimes hard to do a thin line of glue, you know? It's kind of thick. Of course, if you use thicker twine, you don't have to wrap it around so many times. I think I picked this up at Debbie's Dollar, which is an independent dollar store. She's probably $1.25 now too. But she has some pretty cool stuff. It's not your, I mean, there's a lot of kind of sort of the same stuff as like a Dollar Tree, but she gets a lot of overstock things. So sometimes you get some pretty cool and expensive things. She has a decent supply of craft stuff, craft supplies. And like different things for cooking, like cooking tins and plates and utensils. So it's a pretty good dollar store. She's been around for a while. She's in Washington, Michigan. Very well with the other little gap. I could go over it again though. Not the straightest line lure. Been longer than I thought. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodness. Trying to get up on the gaps now. I don't have to go all the way up if I don't want to. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hot glue is hot. Strings you gotta pull off. All right, just do a little bit more, cover up some of these gaps. All right, I think I'm almost done with this. I mean, I could go all the way to the top, but I'm not gonna. Let's turn that off and glue this down. All right, so I got the twine on the top. Get the little spider webs off of here. It dried okay. I think the next one I will definitely use. I'll definitely water down the Mod Podge so it's not so you don't see it as much. But this is the lucky jar, and I can put coins in it. I also thought it'd be cute. I could do put a tea light in there. And I have battery operated ones, and I have regular ones. Somewhere. I know I have some. Here we go. And or I know what I can do. Nope. I'm coming back. Hang on. I picked up some green ribbon at Joann's because they're going out of business, but I could get some more. So I have the charms, and I have some clovers or shamrocks. So I can use those. I just use one. And what I've been doing is just using a piece of chain here and put it on the side. I think right about there. You just clip that. And then you might need these. There's a couple of, not sure what these are called. Little rings, if I can open it. And I do usually grab a little needle so that I can kind of poke a hole through the twine so that I can put the charm through, or so I'll just put a little, little hole there. And so put the charm on first. The best at putting these on because you don't want to leave a gap, but you also want it to look decent, you don't want to smash it together and it looks funny, but I think that'll stay on. And then you take another little hook, put it on this end. Easier said than done. And then I put it in this area that I just made the kind of hole in so that it'll attach. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but there we go. And you want to make this chain a little bit shorter than you think you're going to need because it always comes out longer. So there's a little charm on there, a little shamrock. And you might put these away. And then I will pop this in there. You can put the coins in there. You can put whatever you want in there. I do want to try the tea light. See how it'll look. I just want to center that, and then hopefully I can light it without moving anything too much. Like I said, I have battery operated tea lights. I feel more comfortable with, and they're also timed. So there we go. There's the lucky jar craft for St. Patrick's Day. Katie. So I will set that aside. Somewhere everybody can see it. And then I don't know what I'm gonna put on this one. I could put a charm on this one. I think I'll wait on that. And then let me think what I want to do next. Do another one similar to this. With that napkin on this one. I'm gonna make a taller one. I think I'll make a taller one. I can kind of have a set. And like I said, this one I'm gonna water down the Mod Podge, but I need to go find a little bowl. I think I have an extra one over here. Or is it dirty? Nope. These little bowls are handy to have around. Yeah. Make some room here. So I need to. This one I know is a 3-ply, so I need to take two layers off. Sometimes easier said than done. So Katie, are you working on any projects? Did you start your crochet yet? Oh, excuse me. Still getting over this cold. All right. So this one, I don't know if I want to do anything with the wood. Oops, we'll see. So I need to kind of measure what I need so I can go down to that there and how far here? About there. So let me just cut this in half here. And then again, let's see. Where do I want to go? I am the worst person for like measuring anything, I tell you. Whatever reason. Okay. That should be good. So then keep it from rolling away. Sort of. Do that. All right, put a little bit in there. And then I'm going to water it down. We'll see if this works out. Mix it up. And if it's too thin, I can add more Mod Podge, but I think you don't really need a whole lot to make it stick, you know? So I think that'll be good. I want you to be able to see. So let me start there. And I'm going to go towards me. Get a little bit more up top here. So hoping that's straight. I should have started on a seam. That probably would have been the best bet to make sure it's straight, but oh well. See, this napkin is very delicate. If you do rip it, you can kind of tap it back in place. So this one I gotta be very delicate with tapping it down. Can't pull this one at all. Just gotta tap. Tap, tap, tap. And I hope your finger's not too sticky. So just kind of pull a little bit and lay it down and then tap. See how well I did with my measurement. You just take your time. So you get it straight. And so I can overlay it if I want, when I get to the other side. It just will be, see, I almost could have cut it right at that line, but oh, it'll be thicker. So if you don't care, then you don't need to worry, just go ahead and overlap it. But so I gotta think about if I care or not. And then I run the risk of also not cutting it straight. Right? I have to think about it. And I think I will risk it and try and trim it. No, I'm not going to trim it straight. I know me. I know I'm not going to trim it straight. So I'm just going to lie down and it's just going to it's just going to be thicker here. That's okay. That's all right. But I just know I would make a mess of it. So that's not too bad. And then the bottom I can fold over. I can also trim it up a bit if I want, or I can just fold it all over, which I think is probably what I'll do. But you can also put a couple of slits in it so that when you do fold it over, it's not so gappy, if that's a word. So I'm going to go ahead and start at, it's slipping out of my hands, start here where the seam is at, and then just gently fold it over. So it's not too bad. Just kind of tappy it down. And then I will Mod Podge the outside gently again because still without Mod Podging the outside, I don't know, maybe. But then it's not really protected, I guess. What do you think? Any professional Mod Podgers out there? Fingers kind of hurt. I feel like I'm contorting my fingers in here to hold the bottle so I don't drop it. All right. So let's sort of dry this. The bottom's a little dry, so I'm just gonna set that down and determine what I want to do around the top. As you can see, the lucky one dried pretty well. There's not a lot of um, glue, white stuff like you see here because it's gonna dry pretty good. So I need to determine, do I want to do twine around this one as well, which maybe because it'll match this. The top part, I'm probably, I don't know, do I want to leave it gold or do I want to paint it? I kind of almost want to paint it, but what color do I want to paint it? Let's see, kind of like, thinking maybe like this green, right? I could do a Sharpie with it, that green. Ooh, step it up. Um, it's green, and I got this green. I don't know. Let's see if a Sharpie will Sharpie on here. Because this one I sanded it down and then I had to mix my colors to get this color. So it took a little bit, but I'm curious to see if a Sharpie will stay on here and how it will look. If I don't like it, I can just paint over it. If it doesn't stay on, which is my fear that it's just going to wipe right off. Yeah, it's just coming right off. All right, well, it's an experiment. And it didn't work. So let's wipe that off. And looks like it's kind of, ah! It's on. All right, I am going to sand this. I got this handy dandy little sander from my daughter for Christmas. And I need to change the filter. I need to change the sanding pad. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Get some little corners, and this is perfect for my craft room, for my little projects here. I have to have a bigger sander outside for my other projects, but I'm just going to go over to my little garbage here and sand this, rough it up, so then I can paint it. All right, that'll be good. That off. Just jumping on, I'm doing some spring jar crafts. Mod Podge. Made this lucky tea light holder or whatever you want to use it for, decor. And now I am going to paint this top of these. I tried to use Sharpie, didn't work. This top to match this. Kind of want to use that green. And I'm probably gonna have to mix the green. So let me look in my paint stash. Sorry from walking away from the camera again. But let's see what I got. Maybe I'll match. Can match one of my greens or just decide to use the green and not worry about being so matchy-matchy. I got these two greens. So maybe one of those will work. So I keep all the little meat trays that you get meat on and use them for paint. Where am I? Mod Podge brush getting gooby, so I'm gonna have to maybe change out this water for these brushes. Always have a jar of water on your desk for your brushes because even if you don't clean them out right away, it's better than having stiff brushes and then you more than likely have to throw them out. So I do want to change this water though because it's peach from yesterday. And then I always keep, this is just tap water. Keep water handy so I can refresh for my paint brushes. So I wanted to put the Mod Podge one in there because that will definitely get stiff real fast. So just swirl it around there. And I can just let it sit. All right. So let's figure out which green I want to use. I'm kind of thinking this one. It's a little bit darker. I think this will work good. Make sure you shake it good. That'd be pretty. What size brush do I want to use? That one away. Gotta use this one. All right. Let's paint this and see how it looks. Definitely will have to use a couple coats. So especially when you're painting on metal, it doesn't cover in one coat for sure. And of course, you have to be careful when you're drying it with the heat gun because it's metal and it's going to be hot. So don't burn your fingers. Anybody watching any good shows lately? Ooh, that's hot. I started watching Severance. I was watching it a while ago, probably. I tried to watch it like a year ago, but couldn't really get into it. But I just finished season 1. So, which apparently there was a long time between seasons 1 and 2. See? So probably better that I didn't watch it, from the beginning when it first came out because I probably would have forgotten about it and not finished it or gone on to season 2. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of times I got to go back and rewatch the last few episodes of a season if it's been a while or if it hasn't been a while. My memory is just not that great. Alrighty. Severance is so good. Yeah, it's weird though, isn't it? Holy cow. I just the part of the problem I have, which is probably good, this is what, the writers want is I put myself in that position and I'd be like, what would I do? It'd be like crazy. All right, I am gonna Mod Podge the top just because it gives it a little protective coating. So I'm gonna clean off my Mod Podge. Hold that. See the paint's bubbling up a little bit, but gotta be a little careful. Don't put the heat gun too close. Put on low. Well, not low heat, just low volume. All right, I'll let that dry. This one, move it a little bit so it's not sticking. Put that brush in there. And I'll set that there to dry. Some twine on this one. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. It's sort of cute. I picked these up on Etsy. They sell bundles of different yarns and things. Use for whatever projects you want. You can use it for scrapbooking, for junk journaling. And then she gave me as a free gift this little thing. There's a G on it. Kind of make whatever I want with it. So that was nice of her. Or him. I think it's a she. I think they're a she. But this will definitely match that. Look at that. It's like it was made for it. I think there's more of a pink. Well, there are pinks in here, but definitely more peaches and pink. But that's fine. It's working out for this project. All right. So figure out how this is on here for one. There we go. I don't know if I'll need that again, but we'll set that aside. These are so cute. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, oh my goodness, I want to use them all. So pretty. All right, limit yourself. Gotta limit myself. I will use definitely like this one. So what I'll do is I'll wrap them all around, all three. I like to do things in threes. Determine how long I want it. And do I just want to do one side or one long piece? Do I want to glue it or do I want to tie it? I gotta remember I have the lid. So I think I will do that. And then what else? Like this one. And then a fuzzy one. And all right, oops. So set this, I'll put these back with you. This, I could use this maybe for something. I save every little thing. Save the little fuzzies. All right. So what I can do is put these three together and decide if I want to tie them on or I could glue them on. I can kind of twist it and then tie it on like that. What do you think? That's cute. I like that. I can glue this down. Make sure the lid fits. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that cute? I do have some greenish blue that would match that if I wanted to add that, but I think I'll just leave that. All right, so let me think how I want to keep this down. And I keep sticking to my dry hands. Like I said, I can kind of glue it, but I want to add a charm to it. So I'm trying to think. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put a little dab of glue here so that this will stay down. That. There we go. Oh, found my lip balm. I've been looking for it all day. All right. So now, what charm do I want to put on here? I have hearts. I have the lucky or the shamrock. I have the grams, and I have This one. All sorts of goodies in this one. We got butterflies, turtles, guitar, kitty cats, keys. Can do a key and a heart, like a key to my heart. Peace sign, skull. What else? Unicorn, music symbol. Angels, owls. Could do a couple of different ones. Go with the beach theme with shells. I don't want to do snowflakes because I'm in the spring mood. I'm not in snowflake mood. Again, I could do two of them, do a key and a heart. What do you think? I have a couple of different kind of keys. Do I have a different kind of tower? Peace sign. This heart. I think that's it. No, that's an apple. That's not a heart. Got a tiny heart. I think I'm gonna go with I think I'll go with that heart and that key. I think that's what I'll do. Alrighty. Excuse me. So now I have to figure out how I want to think about it. So I can hook it up here somewhere and I have it hang and I can put the heart on one spot and the key on the other spot. But how far do I want it to hang? I think I'll go to about there. Let me clip this. Without clipping my fingers. And I'm going to put the charms on first and then I'll clip it on there. These out. Come on. My fingers do not want to work today. Excuse me. All right. Do I want the heart on the bottom or the key on the bottom? I think I'll put the key on the bottom. This kind of in the center. Let's see. These are not good for this close-up work. Unless I have my contacts out. Because I am nearsighted, so I wear contacts to see far, and then I have to wear readers. Right, which one do I want? At the there. So, but when I take my contacts out, it's easier for me to look at things closely. Right, this one at the bottom. Squish that together. There we go. Maybe that'll stay. Is there a gap there? I think it's good. Guess I'll find out if it falls off, right? All right. And then one more. I gotta figure out where I want to feed it through on the ribbons. Kind of want it like there, or I can have it there on the ribbons. So what I'll do is I'll pick a I gotta pick a spot where I want to up into. Oops. A lot going on here, so I can't really see if I'm hooking it in here right. But I think I am. There we go. Grab this side. Try and pinch it together. Without really seeing what I'm doing. There we go. Back it to resituate all this. There we go. Key to my heart. What do you think? I like that. That turned out cute. Let me just set it down so you can see it better. Super cute. Thanks, Katie. I don't know if I like the color. I don't know. Is it too bright? Should I have gone with like more of the peachy color? I don't know. Oops. I can see it. Go back. I like it, but teal and pink are my faves. Oh. Got a cleanup to do now. I might make one more. So stay tuned. I'll put a video together with these spring. You can't see them. With my spring. I really like this one. This one turned out really cute. But like I said, I'll probably end up putting a battery pea light in there just so that I don't have to worry about it burning out or anything. Yeah, my table's not hot, so but that'll be cool to add to my St. Patrick's Day decor. So thank you so much for joining me this week. I will be here next week. I am doing a blog series on doing craft shows. If you have a hobby that you want to turn into a business and you're thinking of trying to sell at crafts shows and farmers markets, I do have a blog series. It's on makersunify.com. That gets you started, gives you some tips and tricks on how to get started, where to look for craft shows and farmers markets, and kind of things that you should be aware of and to look for. I'm doing a couple of shows. I have one the 15th, whatever that Saturday is. And then I'm doing several in the next few months. So you can follow along with me and see how I'm doing and get some insights on that, which would be fun. There's ups and downs with it for sure. I like meeting the customers and talking to people, and but so physically it's a lot of work because you got to obviously set up and break down and all that fun stuff. But it should be good. It'll be good. Like I said, I enjoy it, so it should be a good time. So anyway, I will be back here next Thursday at 6:30 Eastern time, and I hope you will join me. And I will talk to you then. Bye. Have a great week.